Hi friends, it is so lovely to see you this morning. Today's case, we get to watch a caterpillar turn into a butterfly, so to speak, but not without some harsh reality check from Judge Penny, because Miss Butterfly over here decided that getting what she wants in life is worth exploiting herself and other women. Meanwhile, her cousin has been down that path and wants to save her from all the pain and heartache and suffering that she went through. I think this case is a really important case for everyone to watch. If you want to hear some tough truth about being a woman from Judge Penny, stick around. So friends, grab your coffee and let's jump into this case.
I understand they call you a nickname?
Yeah, Butterfly.
All right, everybody calls you that?
Yes,
What would you prefer, Stephanie or Butterfly?
Butterfly.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you end up with Butterfly as a name?
I love butterflies. I have infatuation with them. I've been having infatuation with butterflies since I was like 2 years old, and it's also my middle name, so.
All right, well, you're bringing your cousin Nyla to court?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, tell me why.
We have a car together, and she's missed 3 payments, and the total is $1,841.40, and she owes me that because she just missed payments.
All
so she
right.
needs to pay.
Nyla, you want to share?
Yes, of course. How are you doing, Your Honor?
Well,
First of all, Butterfly is my little cousin, and, she got the car, and we agreed because she was about to lose the car that I would take over the payments. So when I got the car in my possession, it was already 2 months behind.
all right.
Gave her that money. We made an agreement with each other. I was late maybe one time, and I have the receipts and the money orders to show. And then she calls me out of the blue, and she's like, "You owe me this amount of money." And I'm like, "Well, what have you been doing with the money?" Because I make the payments directly to her account. I didn't make them to the financier of the car, the loan of the car. And she omitted to tell me that on top of these that there were late fees, because that's why it's so much, because it's not the car payment, it's the late fees that she omitted to tell me. And her boyfriend was even there one time when I gave her money.
Well, let's see the paperwork.
Okay, well, I have
That's what's going to
paperwork
be
here.
very telling. Both of you have paperwork?
Yeah.
Yeah, she has the
Okay.
paperwork.
So what are you handing me?
That is the agreement that I made from the Cardinal place.
Right.
Stating that I would pay $613.80 every month on the 21st, I believe.
All right, so this is the loan agreement.
Right.
All right.
And
Where is the paperwork showing?
We made an oral agreement, actually. So
I understand that this was an oral agreement, but where is the proof that this note is behind?
Oh, I actually had called the finance company and had them mail me a paper in the mail, and they said it never came. So
Do you have a coupon book, or do you have a statement that comes in the mail once a month to make your
they
payment?
never gave me a statement.
Your Honor,
Never.
excuse me. First of all, I don't mean to interrupt. I'm not being rude, but she does not even answer her phone all of the time. She's always gone out of town, and
Well, what is this going out of town stuff? What is
First
what is
of
that
all,
about?
hearsay is that she's stripping. And, I confronted her about it, and I asked her about it, and she says no, but she works at a strip club, and she's constantly in and out of town. So I'm just trying to figure out where along the line, do you have money to go out of town? But if I'm behind, or that there's late payments, why not put that money towards that and then say, hey, you know what, you owe me, because this car is still in her name.
All right, well, I'm going to
Can
get
I
to the
defend
strip.
myself, please?
Just a minute.
Okay,
Let me
because-
I'm trying to get the legal part straight first,
Okay.
too. Is it your contention that all those payments you have paid to her?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you gave her the money, albeit not in one payment.
Not in one
but
payment.
At 300 at a time and
Yes,
200 at a
but they
time.
were on
Everything
time.
but the late fees, because
Everything
you
but
were
the
not
late
made
fees.
aware of it.
Exactly.
Is that your contention?
That's my
And you don't
contention.
have anything here today to show me that those payments are late?
I actually called them and I asked them, could I have someone, does anybody have a cell phone I could call and we could call?
Baby, what you
Oh,
think this
okay.
is? We didn't call.
Because
I'm not about to pull out
I'm
no
saying,
cell phone for you to
because
call
I've
nobody.
asked them, that's
You gotta
their,
come up in here
that's
with
their
evidence.
privacy. They won't give me any paperwork, and I moved.
And that's just what I'm saying.
They won't. It's not
This
my
is what
fault.
I'm
I've
saying.
tried. I've
Okay,
tried like
okay.
7 different times.
Judge Penny, can I borrow your cell phone real quick? I can call them up right now and have them tell you. Girl, what do you think this is? You know, I just want to say, Butterfly over here, she's cute. And her and I do have the infatuation with butterflies in common. Yes, I do collect dead butterflies. And there's more. There's more where that came from. I guess call me Butterfly from now on. Now, she bought her cousin a car, or at least put it in her name, which is a very generous thing to do, especially with a car payment that's over $600 a month. I mean, girl, what car are you buying? Was it really that much more reasonable to have your cousin sign for it if the car payment was gonna be $618 a month? I mean, that's crazy. No car should cost that much when you can't even afford to pay half of it on time. Now, the defendant thinks that her cousin is stripping. Now, I'm not sure whether or not it's relevant if Butterfly is a stripper. Sure, it may mean that she makes a lot of money, but who knows? We don't know her dancing skills. We don't know how much money she's making. But at the end of the day, if a car payment is in your name, you definitely don't want it to be accruing interest, accruing late fees, even if you're not going to be the one paying for it. Seems like Butterfly is a little flighty in the head, if you know what I mean.
Just know this is a courtroom. And I operate on evidence.
I understand.
Not you dialing somebody on no cell phone in the middle of court.
I understand.
You're supposed to come in here with your business together.
understand.
Right?
Right.
But
I
let me
understand.
back up a minute. What is this business about you stripping?
I'm not a stripper.
Do you work at a strip club?
I worked at a strip club. Yes, I did. I did.
So what you do at the strip
I do
club?
hair and makeup, and sometimes I go behind the stage and help the girls get dressed and stuff because it's just fun, you know? And I enjoy being around
She
music.
hangs out with the wrong crowd of people. And I'm her big cousin, and I try to tell Butterfly because I've been there. I've been in relationships. I've been around the wrong people. And, you know, I've tried to explain to her that it's only going to lead to one thing. I already have a younger sister that's stripping. So this business of her doing this or whatever, it affects me directly because my thing is because I'm the oldest, I try to set an example. I'm a single mother, and my thing is to just be as positive for younger females as I can because I come from it and I know what it is. Somebody offers you money, then the next thing you know, you're up on stage shaking your butt for some money that you can earn with your brain and your beauty and your talent.
I'm not a stripper. I'm telling you, I'm not a stripper, Nyla. I never stripped.
You know, good for the defendant. I respect her trying to encourage her sister and her cousin to make something more of themselves, to use their brains and not their bodies to further themselves in life. It's really refreshing to see somebody who's lived that experience, who actually understands that it's not so glamorous and that there's so much more to being a woman than using your body to get what you want. So I have to applaud her. Now, Butterfly is claiming she doesn't strip. She just does hair and makeup. I don't know much about strip clubs, but I didn't know that they had an in-house makeup artist. It sounds to me that if she's not stripping now, I mean, she says it's fun, she likes being around the environment, and that's honestly a slippery slope. And especially after she sees how much money you can make, I'm sure she's gonna slip right in.
When she says you're traveling a lot.
Yeah, I travel a lot. I go
Where
out
you-
of
How
town.
you traveling, what you doing, and who you with?
Girl, I be with everybody.
Wait, hold on. Who is girl? I be with everybody.
Oh, Miss Penny, I be with
who's the
everybody.
girl?
Judge Penny, I'm so sorry. I be with everybody. I travel a lot. I go around the world. I do music. I'm a music artist. I write songs for people, and I go to clubs and I perform.
And
She
this
knows.
is
She knows.
this is all what I'm saying. I'm like a mentor. I used to do music too, and I'm behind the scenes. And
Now,
I tell
read
her,
some stuff about you because you were honest enough to say that when you first started the business in your 20s and 30s, you had been used and abused by men.
yes.
You said that you had been through so much that it had taken your heart and your soul and your spirit. And I remember reading that, and it touched my heart because it takes a lot for somebody to be able to admit it. And then you said your sister, who's already stripping, or I'll say allegedly stripping, and then now you're faced with yet all of the women around you. Did you know that Nyla had been through all of the stuff she had been through?
I know she loves me and she wants the best for me, but it's just, she's not there all the time, so she just guesses or has her opinion.
Well,
you know?
let me have mine. You work at a strip club.
Yes.
At the strip club, what do you do?
I do hair, I do makeup, I suggest songs for them to dance to because I know it's hot because I'm
So what's your title?
a stripper pimp.
They call you a stripper
A pimp.
Yeah.
Really?
Pimpist, yeah.
You're pimping.
Why would you even want to be named?
That's all
something
right.
like
That's
that?
all right, honey. See, sometimes the story will tell its own self.
Not really pimping them, getting them to do things,
but this is what they think of you, that they would give you the title of the stripper pimp.
Yeah,
Okay? You're the pimp, stripper pimp.
yeah.
Is that what your title is? I didn't make this up. I'm just going with the flow.
I do a lot of things. I do hair, and I'm also a student at school, so
You know, I'm so sick of people.
no, I am
Retired-
full-time.
I know, but listen to me, honey. Every stripper in America stripping because she's a student.
See, that's
And
the
she's
thing.
not going to be stripping. I say this all the time to people like to tease me. Judge could have stripped.
Yeah, you're
'Cause
beautiful.
you're beautiful.
I could have stripped.
Yeah.
I had to stop saying it because my husband kept saying, why you keep saying you could have stripped?
Cause
I said, because I want to remind you I have it going on under this robe.
You do.
That's right.
You got it. You got
You
it.
know, make him recognize.
I can take you a few places.
Well, say what? Well, baby, one thing I can promise you, never pimp this judge.
Oh my God.
See, this is why I love Judge Penny. She is so, like, real and raw. She understands the reality of things. She's not trying to sugarcoat anything to remain, politically correct. I know this was an older case, but still, these days, if you speak out against somebody selling their body, it suddenly makes you a prude, an anti-woman. And Butterfly is just so proud of her job title of being a pimp. Literally, being a pimp is selling women, selling them. At what point do you take a step back and look at that and think, yeah, this is the right thing to do? This is empowering to women. You don't, because it's not. Yeah, you could have stripped to get yourself through school, but there's other ways. I've heard Judge Penny say it before. She could have stripped to get herself through school, but she didn't. She had to work because there's a level of self-respect and honestly, self-love that she has for herself. I remember when I was 19 years old, I was modeling in a runway show, and one of the other models was a few years older than me, and she said something that always stuck with me. Someone made an offhanded comment about, oh, well, I'll just go strip or something. And she was like, I've been there. I used to strip. I would not wish that on my worst enemy. It is a horrible environment to be in. She said it's so degrading and demeaning, and you're just exposing yourself. And these are the things that you hear from people who have lived these experiences. Like the defendant, she has lived through these horrific experiences, being exploited because she's a woman, so she's trying to save her cousin and her sister from that hurt. And it's a shame that they just can't even fathom that there is another way.
We tend to, and it because I come from hip hop, and we tend to go along with what the men say. And it's like, that's why, honestly, I was almost famous, but I wasn't willing to compromise myself. I could have been with any and everybody that's on TV right now, but I never compromised myself because I always felt that the power was in my mouth and in my spirit, and I was not going to disrespect God or myself or my daughter, because I know that it could be a curse. And it's like, you beautiful, and you could say, look, I went through it, but look at me. I went further. I didn't have to do this. I could use my brain and not my body.
What are you in school for?
Business management.
Who
All
got
right.
you in school?
Oh yeah, I'm in school.
But who encouraged you to go
She
to school?
got me in school, but okay, I'm in school. I go.
You're in college.
Yes, I'm majoring in business management.
What's your goal?
My goal is to open up a hair salon because I love doing hair. Like, it's my passion.
Butterfly, here, Judge, like you never heard me before, sweetheart.
am.
Run as fast and as far as you can from that business and that life.
Yeah.
Hear me, honey. And let me tell you something. All of us, your cousin and even me, there's not a beautiful woman in this world who hasn't been made a fool of by some man somewhere.
I hear you.
And for me, I watched my mother make the mistakes and turned around and did the same thing.
Me too.
Where is your daddy?
Locked up.
Oh, he's in prison.
Yeah, he's in.
Okay. Do you think that maybe some of this could be because you don't have it? if you really thought
I don't
about it.
want to blame my dad for
No,
me.
it's not about blaming. Let me say this to you, because that's not what Judge is doing when I say I don't have one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even blame my mother, because we grown, and I'm big on choices. But what I'm asking you is, I found myself looking for a dad in every man I could find.
Yeah. That's what she does.
And that's what I'm asking you.
That's what she does.
Do you really believe some man or a celebrity is going to marry a woman? And when I get ready to introduce you, what does your wife do? She's stripper pimp down at the strip club. And that's somebody a man's going to want to marry or take home to his mama.
That's just fun.
No woman who knew who she is and had self-worth about who she is as a woman would allow anybody to call her a pimp.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I know one thing, you're broken. And all that pretty butterfly looking stuff you got on and your hair and makeup, baby, that's nothing but a cover-up.
Yeah.
And although your father may be in prison, that doesn't mean that's who you are.
True.
He made choices and that's where he is. But you're not going to tell me when a father is not in the house with his daughter, it doesn't have an effect on you.
Yeah.
You hear me?
I'm going to change some things.
But when does the
I will.
fun stop? I can't stress that I grew up way before my time. I knew what pimping and hoeing was, excuse my language, at the age of 4. You know, so it's like she is like my daughter. She and my daughter, you know, I do my best to keep them occupied. Shows, you know, performances, school, but it's the one thing that I've done consistent in my life. So I'm just telling her, you know, don't go there because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And it's sad because I see so many women from what I went through and where I came from and being in the industry and having to take a look and wondering why God wouldn't allow me to be in it when I was so close. And then I sit back now and I look at it and I said, I thank him because he didn't allow my soul to be taken that much where it wasn't able to be repaired.
Whew. I have chills. What an incredible testimony she has. I mean, she is in here saying thank God he didn't let me get even further into the hole that is this industry and into this hole of exploitation and pain and suffering. And she's watching her sister and her cousin walk down the same path, and she's trying so desperately to say, hey, been there, done that, you don't want to be there. And they're just thinking that they know best, as most young people do. And you know, sometimes they just need to learn from their own mistakes, learn from their own experiences. It is a shame that she's hearing her cousin say all of this and still thinking that being a pimp, as a woman especially, is a fun thing to do. I mean, she has all these big dreams and aspirations of opening her own business, which is incredible. But there's some paths that you can go down that really can have a profound effect on your life in a very negative way. And I really hope she doesn't have to go down those paths in order to realize that.
Life holds something greater for you. And one of the litigants who came to court one day said to me, when I die, I just want somebody to say what I did.
Yeah.
I never forgot that. When you die, what are they going to say about you? What mark would you have left? And it can't be this, Butterfly.
Yeah, that's true.
It can't.
I agree.
What do you think?
It's gone. It's gone. I'm not a stripper pimp anymore. Are you happy? Thank you. Yeah.
One of the things you're going to learn as a business major, that when you come to court, you got to bring your proof.
Yeah.
When you have a situation where you have an oral contract, the contract that you present at the court is the underlying contract that there is indeed a car.
Right.
And to be honest, I never doubted that. But I have to have proof as a judge in order to be able to assess the situation. So what I'm assessing is an oral contract, and it's your word against her word. And I have to assess credibility. And I have to tell you, Nala is very credible to me. She's credible for many reasons, because a lot of stuff she told me she didn't have to tell me.
Right.
And I know she cares about you. And she wants your walk to be a different walk than hers. And so I don't know what you did with the money. Maybe if somebody gave me $200 here or $300 here, I may have not taken care of it. But as a business student, you will learn that when you come to court, you have to come with your proof. in court, when a plaintiff comes to court, you have, especially in a civil case, you have to prove your case by what is called the preponderance of the evidence. More likely than not that it occurred.
Right.
You have not been able to carry your burden today, which means that you cannot prevail. But I think that what has prevailed more than anything, it really wasn't about this. And it had everything to do about a lesson you had to learn that will be for you for the rest of your life. All right. I find in favor of the defendant, and as I do not believe the plaintiff was able to carry her burden of proof with regard to this lawsuit. I find in favor of the defendant, and I absolutely wish you all the best.
Thank you.
All right? Thank you. Court is adjourned.
I feel Nyla is very cool now. I look at her in a different light because of the things she was saying. The judge made me understand where she was coming from. I'm going to quit my job. I don't want to work at a strip club helping out strippers anymore.
I'm actually really shocked because she's very stubborn, and once she sets her mind on something, she is continuously with it.
You know, I kind of find it hard to believe that Butterfly is gonna go straight home and quit her job, but I hope she does, because I think that there's a lot that Judge Penny said in this case that really should hit home to a lot of us women. I really enjoy how Judge Penny doesn't beat around the bush in her cases. She kind of just goes straight for it, and I think a lot of times it catches them off guard because they come in here thinking they're suing for a car payment. Meanwhile, Judge Penny is really gonna search your heart, figure out exactly why we're here. But I'm curious to know your thoughts on this case. Did anything that Judge Penny said really hit home for you? How about the defendant? Do you relate to her in any way? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Leave a like and a follow, and I'll see you guys next time.